fellow Brick fanatics, DJ Bricks here, back for another video, and today I have a review for a 2022 LEGO Marvel set based off of the recent Black Panther Wakanda Forever film. It is Black Panther War on the Water, is set number 76214. It is recommended for building ages 8 and up, comes with 545 pieces, and retails for about $90 here in America. And here in America, it is a Target exclusive for its release. And before we get into the set, there are going to be some spoilers for the movie if you haven't seen it yet, particularly the identity of who the new Black Panther is. So just a pre-warning there, but without further ado, let's start getting into the set, deconstructing it, and seeing how it stacks up, starting as always with the minifigures. First figure for the set we're going to take a look at is M'Baku. Surprised we didn't get him with the first movie. Getting his accessory out of the way, he comes with this nice little staff weapon. It's made up of a couple pieces, using one of those action figure poses to get that curl shape. Pearl stud, silver stud at the end, just to give the illusion of vibranium on the end of that staff, which is really cool. He comes with Zane's hair piece in a black color, which is the first time we're getting that for that hair piece. But as a result, he does not have a back facial expression, which is totally fair. But the face they do give him is very accurate to Winston Duke's portrayal of the character. It's very accurate to how M'Baku looks, as well as the torso. The torso is really nicely well done, very nicely printed, represents what his outfit looks like in the movie pretty well. And as you saw, it does have some back torso printing. The fur on the torso is not the greatest. It's not really supposed to be gray. It's supposed to be a little bit brighter than that. But that brings me to, I think he should have had that fur collar piece to go around his neck there. That really would have made it look a little bit better. And speaking of a little bit better, he really should have had leg printing for his little skirt tunic thing that he has in the movie. I don't think plain tan legs were like the best choice for that. So second figure is Namor. Previously talked about him in my throne room review, but we're going to quickly go over this guy. This set, instead of his weird pointy staff, he gets a silver spear, which is interesting. Don't know why. But going over his hairpiece, he does come with that elf hairpiece with printing on it for his ears, and then you got a little bit of green at the top for his earrings. Again, this is the second figure I have, and both of them are not printed very well on those ears for the flesh of his face, of his skin tone. Face printing is very good. It's very well done. Again, having seen some of the concept art released post-movie, it is very accurate to some of that. So LEGO was clearly looking at the concept art before Tenak was cast, and they decided to give him facial hair. So both faces are pretty good, and they represent Namor pretty well. He's got the nice back torso printing, nice front torso printing, again, mostly based off concept art. You got the trunks there, pretty nicely printed. And then on either side of the legs, you got his wings, and the top of his trunk's pretty well represented there. Again, with the wings on mine, the printing's a little bit lower for the white of the wings, so that is something to watch out for if you get a Namor figure yourself. Next up, we got the new Black Panther for this movie, and I will throw up a spoiler warning because they do give an alternate head for the reveal of who this Black Panther is. So if you haven't seen the movie, I will throw up a spoiler warning when we get to that. But first, going over the actual Black Panther minifigure torso print, very nicely done. Represents the suit pretty well. Same with the head. We get the same top headpiece there, giving the ears of the suit. Back of the suit is also pretty nicely done and very nicely detailed. Represents it pretty well. I will say I am getting sick and tired of the Black Panther minifigures not having leg printing and side arm printing and printing on the top of the little ear thing, because all of that they can print, and they just showed that with Namor, and they have been doing this since we've started getting Black Panther minifigures, and all the details that are on the suit, that are on the legs and the arms, are very nice details that I think that the Lego group should be considering. It's kind of inexcusable at this point that they're not. But getting into that alternate head, again, spoiler warning for if you haven't seen the film, you don't want to know who the new Black Panther is of course Shuri. We get the same hair and head that we got in previous sets here. That is a very nice hairpiece, replicates what her hairstyle is in the film pretty well. And she does come with that dual-sided head. I will say, having seen the movie, I really wish she would have came with a more stern, angry expression just to represent Shuri in the movie a little bit more. Particularly the story arc she does go through in this movie. But maybe they wanted to have that head be reused on other Shuri mini. Okoye, she does come with one of those silver spears again. Represents the vibranium spears that the Dora Milaje use for their weapons. She is updated from that 2018 Black Panther one, where she's got more red. That's just due to her suit in Black Panther, the first movie, having a little bit more orange highlights in it. So here they just went with plain red. That really reflects her outfit a lot more better. And on top of that, she's got a better head print that really looks like the actress. And on top of that, she does get the head tattoos that she has in the film for the Wakandans. And she has really nice back torso printing as well. But much like M'Baku, she really needed leg printing to represent the bottom part of her skirt, particularly the flap that comes down from that belt down there. It covers her legs, and then she's got like side flaps on the side of her legs, so that the lack of printing there is really disappointing to see. So last figure we're going to look at for the set is Ironheart in her Mark II armor. And we're going to do this a little bit differently. We're going to start at the bottom of the legs here. Look at that leg printing. Why can't they do it for the three other figures in this set? Nice toe printing, nice leg printing, nice torso printing. All reflects her suit in the movie pretty well. And it looks pretty nice. You get some nice printing on that invincible Iron Man helmet that is expertly reused here. Does get that shape of her helmet in the movie pretty well as that nice detail of that mask that she has. And you do get that little bit of heart there that kind of shines. All that silver and stuff that shines when you get the light to hit that looks pretty good. Back of this torso, you do get this nice little build here representing the back thrusters of her suit. It's replicated pretty well, although it does kind of hinder the back. Removing it real quick, you can see the back torso printing is also pretty nicely done. You got some details, especially where those thrusters come out of her suit and attach. That detail is pretty nice. They could have left that off, but I'm glad that they did. It gives nice consistency. Taking the helmet off, she's got that same head that she had for the other set, for the Mark 1, printed on that new skin tone that we got middle of the way through this year. It's very nicely printed. She does come with a secondary face. It's a little bit more stern. Both replicate the actress pretty well. And like the Black Panther minifigure, she does come with a hairpiece to put on her if you want to have her displayed with the helmet off. So you get the Monica Rambeau hairpiece. Doesn't really reflect what she has in the movie, but like the Mark 1, probably looking at concept art or something. And it does work pretty well. Oh, but besides the minifigures and their accessories, most of the parts do go into building the main build for the set, which is a sea vessel for the Wakandans called the Sea Leopard. There are some little minor sub-assemblies built into this as well that we're going to get into, but talking overall build and design here, build-wise, it was repetitive at times, but this is a pretty symmetrical ship, so that's to be expected, that you have to build multiple things multiple times. But the design work that the designers employed, very nicely done, I have to say. You have all this nice shaping on the side here, nice usage of the parts right there. This all looks really good. Nice choice of colors. Learned a little bit of build techniques here. The engine pods are really nicely done as well too. They kind of have this illusion that they're actually attached to the ship, but they are not. But that is very nicely designed. You got the back engine detail right there. I will say, getting down to the hull here, most of the interior space of this thing looks big and bulky. There's not much interior space to play with. It's mostly just facade. For the top of this, we're just going to start at the back here, which is the backmost part of the ship here. You got these two little storage units. You can't fit much in here, but the box does recommend that you put all the spare shots for the stud shear, multiple stud shears included in this set back there. And you get a couple of stud shears up at the front here. Most of the deck of the ship is fairly playable. Towards the back here, you get tools along either side of the ship clipped in, just to utilize their fire extinguishers as well. But most of this space is taken up by these two drones here, which are removable, and they're fairly easy to remove, and they just attach via these two little jumper plates here, just for easy removal. So you can take these out and fold the wings out very easily and play with them that way. This design, it's pretty much the Dragonfly ship that they have, just in drone form. So you got nice little bit of detail here, using the Urukai sword pieces there in gunmetal color, just to get that nice little shape across. You get two stickers on this thing, and that is repeated on both of these drones here. Here's the thing though, this is a clear back sticker sheet that they have for this set, but for whatever reason they chose just to color the back part of this when they could have just left it. So this doesn't look good to me. It just, the colors don't match, and it's so distracting to see. The detail on the sticker is nice, it's just the color matching not working for me. And then up front you got the two newer style stud shooters here. They fire off the trans blue rounds that were in the storage unit, and if you haven't seen these before, you just pull the trigger, studs go flying. I'm not going to fire them off because they're very easy to lose. That's why they give you so many extra, but that is, and you get two of them, repeated builds there, but we're going to leave them off just because they take up so much space here. Again, you get the racks up front here. You get two stud shooters on either side, and they are on ball joints, so you can aim your shot pretty nicely. Again, that is a newer style, fires the trans blue studs, and that is very nice. You got clips on the side there with walkie-talkies, and that is on either side as well. Then towards the front, you get the control deck for the set, or the ship, I mean. You get consoles with all very different details. Again, color doesn't match with those, but they are very nice, and you can have any one of your minifigures seated here. So we're just going to take Okoye, and you can either have somebody sitting right here manning this one, or at the front of the deck here you have the main pilot seat, I'm guessing, with a couple of control panels there, and a little sticker sheet showing, let's see if I can get that to show for you guys. That just shows a little bit of detail or scans of Namor there for the person monitoring that. So a minifigure does sit there pretty well, as you can see there. And I did mention a little bit of usable space. It is right here underneath the control panel for the drones. Just flipping that up, it's a trapdoor, and it's kind of hard to see in here as well. But towards the front, right up here, there's a little bit of bar detail. That's because this area is a jail cell. That you can take Namor and just throw him in there, lock him up, and win the day. But having put the drones back, again, this is not that much usable space. I mean, you can pose minifigures around here, but it is going to be like a tight fit. Most of this is just meant to be like display. There's not much play value with the actual ship. It's more just a battle cruiser, but it is still pretty fun to play with as a kid, I imagine. But for an adult, this is just more of a display piece for you if you like Wakanda Forever. It is, again, very nicely designed. Just a few cons. Something else to watch out for. This front part, this little front design here, that likes to fall apart occasionally. The extra pieces, nice array of assortment here, studs and plates. You get an extra one of that action figure poser in a gray color, extra trigger for the stud shooter. Of course, all the extra ammo actually gets stored on the vehicle, so I'm not going to show it here. You do get an extra one of that crown earpiece, and then you do get the extra parts of the tool set in silver there that are not used in the actual build and have no place to go. Looking at the instruction booklet, it's one big thick one, book bound. You got the vendor on the front, of course. Everything's perfect. Not accurate to how you build it. Series sporting the progress bar. Towards the back you get the completed build, and then you get no cross sells, I assume because this is a retail exclusive set, and then you just get the parts inventory, and you get the pirate there on the back sporting the Take a look at the packaging. You get a nice about $80 to $90 size box here. You got the Wakanda Forever branding all over it, Avengers logo in the corner, that nice promotional art of the characters for the movie. Nice product shot of the set in general, the general aesthetic from the Marvel sets with the white comic book brick paneling down there, minifigures down at the bottom. Top of the box, you have the Black Panther for this movie, sporting the actual size reference, as well as more of that paneling. Back, also more of that paneling, a lot of different play features shown, as well as alternate hair pieces, as I've shown. And then you get the promotional art just Lego-fied there in the corner as well. Getting into my final thoughts for the set, build-wise, the build itself was very enjoyable. It's just some of the play features are lacking, a lot of unused potential, especially with the interior, and even with the top of the deck, once those drones are there, you don't really have that much play space. More of it's just to have figures posed around here. But overall, build is very nicely done. Slight drawbacks, lots of playability with this thing. That is a good thing as well. Getting into the figures, again, massive complaints with lack of printing with some of them, especially M'Baku, the Black Panther, Okoye. All of them needed more printing, and this needed a sixth figure here because this is not enough, and we'll get into this with the price, but for the price you pay, Namor needed at least one more figure for the bad guy side. He's kind of a little bit outmatched here. Would have loved to have seen a Tuma or a Namor, somebody like that, or just a generic warrior. Kind of needed a little bit more than him included here for the figures. Quality, again, had my issues with printing on Namor, but it's more due to the stickers of, and this is the more infuriating part about that. That was a clear backed sticker sheet that this set comes with, and to see that just awful color match with the actual parts here, and you can see that on the front of the box as well as the in front of the instruction manual and the instruction manual as well. Those are not supposed to be that dark. That is very badly done. So, and then getting the price here, $90 here in the US, and on top of that, this being a retailer exclusive to Target. For $90, that is way too much for this set. I would expect like 60 to 70 maximum for this thing. would not pay the full $90 price. Try to get this on sale if you can. It being a retail exclusive, that is more up to Target here to discount that than is Lego. So that is, I do not recommend that price. This does not feel like a $90 set. This feels like $60 to $70 max for what you get here, and what you get could have been better, quite honestly. So with all that considered, set does get, unfortunately, a 6 out of 10 for me. Again, not a bad set. It just had several drawbacks to that weighted down for me. But with that all said and done, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this set. Always look forward to having that interaction with you guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you're actually notified of when I upload new content. But I will see you in the next video. Until next time, stack on.